Hello, everyone. This is the Doc, also known as Theta Sigma, and right now I'm just chilling in my living room, drinking some zero sugar Shasta. Yeah, it's good. Also, I'm watching some Ultimate Fight Dogs, and it shows the brutalness of Japanese martial arts in that in a way feels naturally like out of out of sequence, almost surreal, and also just been dealing with mental fatigue lately. It's not that bad, but it's like congested mental fatigue where I have to like. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I'm thinking about taking a hit of weed, but I'm not sure. I don't think I really need it today because I kind of have a natural high. Today I feel just natural. Not bad. Not bad at all. What I wanted to talk about is this as an introduction. Think of it like this. You don't need a first good impression to get yourself into a kind of space where you could feel comfortable or have a lasting impression when you can thus make it as if it was good beforehand, introduce paradoxical lining, some chaotic bliss into your word choices, and kind of project yourself. But don't project yourself naturally into others, but project the reality you're already feeling. Because some people talk without projecting their internal reality. Sorry, I had a hair on my tongue. I don't know why. But yeah, naturally. Also, I'm gonna try to get a haircut soon because this messiness kind of makes me well and unkempt. Good shirt that I bought recently. I know it's kind of stained, kind of has a hole. I'm gonna buy more shirts from Burlington because they have pretty good shirts. At the moment, still just scrolling through. What I've been watching a lot lately is Backrooms stuff and gaming videos, Jimmy Kimmel. Also, I just exit out. I don't want to use Firefox. What the fuck? Imagine in the future we have computers that only take like one hand to do everything. You just click and then it kind of does that. I just opened ChatGPT when I was trying to open YouTube. Yeah. But, oh shit. Open that. Okay. I'm on YouTube Creative Studio. I'm trying to go back to YouTube. There. Oh, no. I don't know why it says your account is in greater risk if you don't do the two-step verification. It's kind of annoying.
I'm Savage, and my channel is tested, and it is about.
Oh, there's a B33131.0 Switch gameplay. Let's look at it real quick. You won't get to see it, but think of this like MEUTV radio. I'm going to skip a little bit into it. Switch hands. I played this level, but I could never. I think I got a star. I'm not really sure. I mean, it looks okay. I just wish that there was more UI and kind of graphic change depending on the software. All software basically looks too similar to each other. There has to be a certain type of software that adds like a glimmer of change. Like imagine playing a game and it feels totally different because it's totally on a different system. That'd be kind of interesting. Yeah. I found a video that doesn't have a title and it just has a picture of a lion. What the heck? This is what happens when you eternally scroll through YouTube. All you find is this stuff. Like, it's an internet checkpoint. That's what it is. But I've been trying to magnify a lot of my experience with like smaller details to stuff, smaller goals, trying to postpone going for big ultimate goals that almost lead you to self-exhaustion. So I'm trying to build a certain ample propeller for myself, but I'm not trying to like make myself chaotic in a way that makes it unclear or kind of damaging to my environment. And it's also questionable because I have to balance out my social awareness and not look like I'm like a homeless person, but wear appropriate clothing and just talk unlike how I usually talk. And it actually makes more sense now because it's essentially the new normal. My phone almost fell out of my hands there. I had to switch hands. Yeah. Neotropolis. What's this? Never seen it. Kind of interesting. Listen to Windows 95 Retro Ambient. Sounds pretty good, but hopefully I don't get copyright strike like I do in a lot of my other videos. Just trying to listen to some music in the background. It's just so annoying. Remember those days in the past when you would be in your house or at school and you just logged into Windows 95, click, type, and you go on the internet, go on Window Documents, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office, play with the desktop, move icons around. Those were the days. And imagine this, you actually have Facebook. You have Facebook on Windows 95, and it's an older version of Facebook. You scroll down to find more pictures of yourself. I never took these pictures. How are they there? That's the future of the world. We have alternate timelines that could coexist. They're not essentially real, but they're like farces used to. It's also not going to be used by AI. It's going to be used by a TAS model that runs perfect computation by checksum and other invariants. It's like that. It's the future of gaming, the future of computing, the future of other stuff. And it's also the future of personal development. You have picture perfect mental imagery and all that stuff. But think about it this way. it is. It isn't. When you see it as a constraint and rigidness, that's when it breaks apart, and then it feels like it becomes a danger. But in reality, it's just a different style of integration or conceptualization, But it's like a feel this freshness, feel this energy that we have in this environment in MUTV and fourth, fifth spaces that were already declared by signing an independent contract, even if it was integrally fake or fictional, it's still consistent to start a progress. Integralizing in the moment, momentarily changing things, maybe subtly, but just know your boredom is you're gonna overcome your boredom, and it's not gonna feel like it's gonna pressurize you all the time. You'll have a way of dealing with that. I know I've had situations where I'd be having uncontrollable boredom, but that's why you have to find something to do. And I make these videos for you guys so I can actually find things to do, even though my hand is near on my camera. This is about the perfection of imperfection. Videos that don't have to be like perfect. We don't have to hold our video stable. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? You just hold it, and even if it moves a little bit, you have to add imperfections to it, so it gives like a timeless style. Bringing back older versions of the modular blocks we used in the 90s and 80s with radios, cassettes, Walkmans, Windows 95, Windows 85, Windows 75, Windows 55, Windows 45, all those secret templates we have back in the back office of the government where they use tech that we're not even aware of. Probably the ancient Romans had tech, probably the Babylonians had tech, we don't know. But isn't it beautiful to conceptualize a world where they did? But it's actually perfect when all you have is you in the moment, and you're questionably alone. It doesn't mean you're alone. You're alone with others, and that's even stronger awareness and a bit of a stronger pain because in a way that people exist and you're not the only one, and that's how you escape out of solipsism. A lot of people don't really get to escape out of solipsism, but you have to see the programming for how your brain works, and you can't be the only one because one is not the original number. There's numbers that precede one, precede zero, and see, when you say something is nothing, you're just measuring it to an interference of what was before or what was after. So essentially, when you're looking into the space of the void, it's not the void. It's still an image. You're just creating a blind spot for your vision, your nearsightedness, or I don't know. You have to pay attention to what's closer up to you because you'll forget constantly. Because our brain forgets, and we constantly forget ourselves, forget our nature, forget why we're here. We're not here for a certain purpose. We're here to explore, adapt, and just be who we want to be. And be anime characters if we want to be. I don't know. I wouldn't choose any of the anime characters but Jalal or Natsu or Naruto, or even my own older anime character I created for the Flower of Remembrance called Katsuyo Akio Kumo Kumikyo Katsuyo Kitsune. But there was also Scion Workshire. I'm actually sort of emulating Scion Workshire. I've been doing it for a while, but I'm also performing. Like, I ran a mile today, and I'll run a mile again this week. I'm trying to lose weight, as you see right now. I'm getting rid of that belly. The belly's nearly gone. not in a sense emotionally and mentally. I feel as if I don't really have a lot of fat, but I'm certainly getting rid of it. You can tell that my face is getting a little bit more muscular, having more of that muscular tone. But it's about turning all that fat into muscle, and you can do it too. Anyways, that's all for my video.